You're welcome back. Well, a major driver of inflation globally is energy, expectedly too, as energy supply drives activities in the rail sector, and consequently, it affects GDP revenue. So we ask, can Nigeria be energy sufficient? We have Idris Arua, energy market analyst, joining us for that conversation from our Abuja studio. Good morning, Mr. Arua. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So what will an energy-sufficient Nigeria look like?
Yeah, first of all, energy sufficiency is the availability of enough resources, such as energy resources such as crude oil, natural gas, electricity, and even renewable energy to meet the local domestic demand, and then producing excesses even for exportation. So, like for instance, NNPC under the leadership of Mr. Melik Golokari has set a target for that energy sufficiency in 2026. And what is the focus of this target? NNPC has set an objective to have a zero dependency on importation of energy resources from outside the country, because presently almost 100% of our energy resources are being imported from outside the country. And that's why we're talking of subsidy and a lot of other issues. Now, the focus is that by 2026, Nigeria will be energy self-sufficient and NNPC will become a net exporter of energy resources to the outside world after satisfying the local demand for energy. And these, they have strategized and have been working to use the natural gas as the energy transition bridge.
Okay, that's very interesting, and it would warm the heart of a lot of Nigerians, except that we would like to know the plan towards this. 2026 is just in 4 years. As we speak now, I don't know. I mean, Europe is actually out looking for gas, and it will give us a lot of revenue, reduce our debt servicing, and, you know, if we could actually have that infrastructure to supply the gas. So what's the plan? Where are the milestones, the targets to this 2026? So it's not just another policy that we've heard.
The good thing is the President Muhammadu Buhari's administration has commenced the natural gas revolution as far back as 5 years ago. They kick-started with the Train 7 gas pipeline project, which has increased Nigeria gas pipeline, that is liquefied natural gas production, by 35%. At the same time, the dualization of the Extravos Lagos pipeline system, now increasing the capacity of that pipeline from 1.1 billion standard cubic feet per day to 2.2 billion standard cubic feet per day. Then the OB3 gas pipeline project has also, with a capacity of 2.4 billion standard cubic feet per day, and the ongoing AKK, that's Ajokuta Kaduna Kano gas line project. That will take another 2.2. The actual focus of NNPC between now and 2026 is to ensure, because these gas pipelines have nodes where you can connect to other states and other regions within the domestic needs. And the target is to get as much as 8 billion standard cubic feet of gas distributed around the domestic, the Nigerian states. to meet up the domestic need. Then when you now talk of other petroleum products, like refining, where the major problem is, NNPC has embarked on actually rebuilding the refineries instead of the usual turnaround maintenance. And if you look at what's happening presently, the Port Harcourt refinery is undergoing a total rebuilding. And that, by next year, 2024, should be able to produce about 210,000 barrels of petroleum product per day for the domestic use. The same project is being planned for Warri Refinery. The same project is being planned for Kaduna Refinery. And with this investment, which has started from the beginning of this administration, I'm telling you, in the next 2020, we can achieve the NNPC target, especially with diversification of our economy towards gas as a major source of energy. You know, with gas as a major source of energy, we can have industrialization, fertilizer companies, job creation, development of SMEs, and the world is moving towards the hydrogen economy, where even cars are being structured to run on hydrogen combustion fuel cell. And NNPC has the intention of also investing in the development of such vehicles, which was launched some time ago, gas-dependent vehicles, as against even the conventional electric. So for now, a lot has been done. And these projects are physical. If you're driving between Abuja, Lokoja Road, you see the pipeline project going on. The AKK project, the Escravos is completed. The OB3 pipeline is almost done. So the infrastructures have been put in place to increase distribution of energy within the domestic setting, and even to reach out to the outside world. Again, there is this Oro-Edo $200 million Oro-Edo gas pipe project ongoing. So a lot has been done in the last 5 years. And with the hope, because most of the commissioning date for most of these projects are 2024, and so we hope that by 2024, these things will come online. So NNPC has 2 years more to meet up the set target, and which I feel is achievable.
All right, Mr. Ariwa, interesting. We'll get to the 2024 part in a bit, but very laudable projects you have listed and impressive too. But at a time when the country is, there's a threat of using almost all our revenue to service our debts, and in the face of increasing subsidy, you know, with the surging global oil prices, where is the funding for this major investment development coming from?
Okay, now I heard the professor talked about debt service to revenue generation being very high. And what do you need to do in that situation is to increase your revenue. And that is the vision this administration has put into the gas revolution. For instance, Nigeria has a gas deposit of 230 quadrillion BTU, which is massive. But what has been happening? There had not been infrastructure to unlock these potentials. Now, the AKK project currently is being extended across the Trans-Sahara route to Algeria, from where we'll be supplying the European countries. The West Africa Pipeline Project, which was ideally designed to stop in Ghana, is also now being extended to Morocco. This will be achieved within the next 2-3 years. And once we achieve that, we have revenue coming in from our gas supplies to Europe, taking advantage of the present Russia-Ukraine crisis and taking advantage of the gas crisis in Europe. For instance, the America Understate Secretary, that's Under Secretary of State, Victoria Nolan, was really praising the President Mohamed Buhari administration for being at the center of energy transition internationally. And she went on to say, look, we have pressured the European countries to accept Nigeria as the replacement for Russia in the supply of gas. And if that happens, the European government, EU, is ready to finance this project to get the Nigerian gas to their borders as a replacement for Russia. And once that happens, our rate within generation base will increase, our internal domestic energy requirement would have been met. So the issue of money going to subsidy, trillions of naira, would have stopped. And the economy begin to diversify towards gas with industrialization, productions of fertilizers and all SMEs. The economy will boost. And you can imagine, just imagine Nigeria replacing Russia in the supply of gas to Europe. That
All right,
would
Mr.
be the
Arua,
biggest revenue game
yeah,
changer for
well,
this country.
it would be good to imagine, but I mean, it will also be good to be realistic and know that it will require some sort of commitment, you know, and certainty from the Nigerian part, you know, which means that I don't think that the world would just come and dump their funds and say, we will help you to develop your infrastructure. It will also require some development from commitment from Nigeria. And that leads me to my next question, which is uncertainty. Even, I mean, I thank God you listened to the conversation with the prof. FDI has, capital flight has increased in Nigeria especially because of the political season that Nigeria is at this time. You know, with the politics, a lot of attention has gone away from governance to politics, and the uncertainty of where next Nigeria is going to, who is going to take the baton of running the country. And then you do have, one of the targets you said is to be commissioned by 2024. Or has the NNPC factored in a possible change in administration, the political season? Have this been factored into this target that you know, we have for energy sufficiency?
Now, the beauty of this gas revolution is these are not legacy projects. These are projects that are structured as policy and part of governance. They are not legacy projects. They are not projects that the Mohamed Buhari administration want to say, oh, I did it. No. We are laying the foundation for the future. Just using the word of Professor Dora Koyili, that the country will prosper when those elders who know they will not live long to eat from the mango tree decide to plant the mango tree. That is exactly what this government is doing. And that's why NNPC can confidently tell you, look, by 2016,
2026,
we are
you
going to
mean?
have energy sufficiency.
2026, you mean?
2026. That is 4 years from now. NNPC is confidently telling you that 4 years from now, they can have energy sufficiency within the Nigerian domestic, to meet the Nigerian domestic demand. Then two, the recent statement that I mentioned from the Undersecretary of State of United States, did not just drop from nowhere. It was because they have pressured the European countries to also start investing in extending the ongoing gas project. For instance, the AKK gas project terminates in Kano. And that's just 614 kilometers. And you have a total of, it's just a small part of the total 1,300 kilometers gas network to Algeria. So they are interested. And the United States government has also promised to provide security along that corridor because of the issue of ISWAP Boko Haram. And that's why they are also committing by giving Nigeria more weapons to fight the insecurity. And then there is the Morocco supply axis. So all these are realities, are things you can go physically. You don't even need to go online. As a journalist, make your research. Find out how far these are gone. These are realities on ground.
Right. All right, Mr. Idris Sarua. I think it's a continuous conversation, and as we are setting our eyes on getting a new leader, we'll look for a leader who can follow up on some of these laudable achievements or laudable projects that you say the NNPC is working on. Mr. Idris Sarua is energy market analyst. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us this morning.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Welcome.